We are in Los Angeles, surrounded by fire.
At this moment, the mind of everybody is stressed, is devastated.
Calming the mind is probably one of the best ways to give hope. When we calm the mind, we develop more dopamine. Dopamine, this is the hormone of hope, the hormone of resilience.
Resilience, you are my chance. Veterans of resilience.
And that's why it's so important what we are starting today.
I am here to train each of you to become the first military veterans group in the world.
The first group of military veterans to become emergency calmness teachers.
To go everywhere to calm the mind to people who suffer just around us.
I joined the military to help pay for these things, to help give me focus, to help give me direction. My dad served in the Navy in Vietnam. He was a river rat. So he's one of those guys like the movie Apocalypse Now, going up and down the river, dealing with family struggles and the lack of trust of leadership that I was dealing with at the time. I was so lost in the chaos of my mind. Homeless for the first time in 2013. You can lose your car, you can lose your home, you can lose all your possessions. And it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you figure out what is wrong with you and get your mind right to be able to make a difference.
I was born and raised in the Air Force, but I became a teenage mother at 16.
I need a dog. I need something that needs me.
That's when I started on my substance use.
I experienced something called MST, which is military sexual trauma, diagnosed with PTSD.
We ended up getting stationed at a place in Baghdad, or north of Baghdad, called Balad.
It's also struggling with substance, drank a lot just because I didn't understand what I was going through.
So you would be sleeping in your tent, and you just kind of tense up. You'd hear him explode. And if you heard him explode, you could relax, because if you heard him explode, you're not dead.
My childhood was extremely difficult. Our family isn't kind. They're a bunch of drug addicts, physical, mental abusers. I've got a plate and 7 bolts in my left ankle. I got a divorce. I lost my family. I lost everything, all within like a few months time span. I got a brand new prescription, 90 opiates. Stuffed them in my hand, it was it. It was done. I was ready to swallow my life and be done. My cousin called my phone, and my cousin, we were like this. Pick up the phone, spit pills out. Literally says to me, he goes, "Hey, you wanna come to California and help me stop veterans from committing suicide?" Yes.
You know, Jason, since you left, since you became a bird in the sky, you'd be surprised. You know, I'm okay. I mean, of course I miss you, but not as much as I thought.
Let's calm our mind. We are sitting down like a mountain.
What we are truly bringing here is a transmission of energy. That's what we call lung. Lung means we transmit the energy. We calm not through the words, but through the energy. And that's the training that we are starting today with each of you.
I'm a U.S. Navy veteran of 9.5 years. I love the aspect of transmission and the freedom to have your own attainment of this peace that you speak of throughout the meditation, to give people a platform and availability to seek their own peace within themselves, rather than it's something that I'm putting on anyone or forcing upon them.
Usually, I am not interested to talk about my life, but I want to share with you because this is the reason why we are here today. 2-3 times a week, my daddy punched me during 15 years. It was an abuse psychologically and physically, and suddenly the sexual abuse came back. My daddy has abused me sexually when I was a baby. There is a church not so far from my home. I went all time in the church and I realized there is no life without peace. We need to calm the mind. If we don't calm the mind, we die. And I wanted to die. I tried to take my life. And at the moment I tried to take my life, a priest came and he saved my life.
Jason, Jason, I cheat you. I'm lying. Day by day, I sank into alcohol. I don't drink much, but I drink every day. I have nothing to do. I spend my days watching the show.
And I create this way of meditation to become my first student. How can we calm the mind when our life is too much difficult? How can we transcend our abuse to give back to other people?
Each of you is going to be a teacher, but the teacher that you are already is just enhancing all those qualities that are already there, like, I need to bloom. Life always puts us somewhere to bring and transition those dark moments to the light. When we feel and live those things, we can do it with something that is really felt. It's not a book that we read. And that's what makes us a good teacher.
Oh, say the star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the